Hello and welcome to Those Weird Witches.
I'm Helvella.
And I'm Rúna.
Come with us as we explore the runes and all the weirdness that comes with spirituality. Hello weirdlings and welcome to another episode of Those Weird Witches. It's Ansuz time.
It is.
This rune is usually known as the god rune and associated with deities and especially Odin.
Yes.
It is the breath of life. And for this one, I relate it to the creation of humans and the Norse mythology, because Odin is responsible for giving breath and that life aspect. So I feel like that's how Odin is connected to this rune.
I also connected strongly to ancestors, especially like primal ancestors. And for me, I view ancestors as the trees, which also relates to the creation myth.
Yes, it does.
We started off as trees.
Yes, definitely.
And trees give us air to breathe. So for me, it's really related to ancestors and just connecting back into that, back into source.
Yes, I think interconnection is a very good word for, because with ancestors, but also like the exchange we have with trees, if we're going for aspect, it's like we give them life, but they also give us life. Like we give them the carbon dioxide and they give us the oxygen. We need each other to survive.
We do. And it's like stopping to actually listen to the trees as well, because if you're not listening, you're not going to hear anything.
Absolutely.
And just taking that time to be still.
I think that is definitely one of the lessons of the runes, as learning how to be a good listener.
Yeah, definitely.
I see a lot of, like, the runes are a series of lessons we need to learn. So I think that's definitely one I've been needing to learn. But more so how to talk, because I was such an introvert and I didn't know when to talk.
You know, I have voice here as well, because it's about using your voice, using your own breath. So which means that I also relate to Golda a lot.
Absolutely, that vocalized magic.
Yeah, it's that bringing stuff into existence through your voice, through the act of speaking.
It's almost manifestation. This rune is definitely a manifestation thing.
Yeah.
It's taking that thought into a physical. It's like if I asked you, oh, could you grab me that book? You're most likely going to do it. And then that way, it's that verbal vocalization to manifest getting what I want.
It is, yeah.
In simple terms.
And it's just like air in general as well. Like if you go off the breath, then it's you link it to air, which is just like purification. It's cleansing.
Such
it's
a cleansing
the wind
element
that comes through and just takes everything away.
Yeah, I have cleansing as one of my things. It's like, whereas Thurisaz was the closer, Ansuz is the one that opens the way to things.
Yes, yeah, it's the expansion of consciousness. It's the awareness.
Well, I've got, what was it, learning. So in that expansion of it is the learning that takes place. It's that communication, that teacher-student relationship as well.
Yeah.
But also, I guess, for like, in spiritual woo-woo terms, downloads.
Yeah.
But that goes back to listening.
It
taking
does.
time
It really
to
does.
listen.
I also see it like as like the foresight.
Okay.
Like building off of the knowledge, off the hearing, because you've taken the time to be still and to hear what's around you, so you start to get into tune with the trees and just with the air around you. And for me, that ends up translating to foresight, being able to get a bit of a guess about what might happen next, or using your knowledge to know how to go through the storm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I guess in a thing about the duality of the runes, I also have truth and lie. This rune is a rune of manipulating, of truths and lies. Put a bit of truth within a lie, everyone's going to believe you.
Yeah.
So I guess being careful of what knowledge you're taking in is a part of the lessons of this rune.
Yeah, which links back to the awareness as well, I think. Just being aware of what's going on around you, where you're getting your knowledge from, and what you're also putting out.
That's a good point, putting out as well.
Yeah, because it's about both hearing and your voice.
Yes, it's that balance.
Yeah. And understanding as well, like taking the time to actually understand. So you might hear someone say something, but actually unpacking, being like, okay, well, but why? Why is it that way? Why is it this way? And actually taking the time to Like, okay, well, how does that relate to me, and how does that relate to my beliefs? Because you're expanding yourself. You're not just taking on. Because if you just take on and you just pop on, you're not expanding. You have to relate it to who you are, and then you actually build yourself out.
I feel like we talked about that when we were talking about the episode on just the runes. We were talking about like making your own, taking that, but making it your own.
Yes, definitely. I also have revolution.
Go on.
Go on. I'm not sure. I wrote it down, so there was a reason for it.
Get revelation. Like that spark of, that clicks.
I have revelation. I think it might have to do with the expanding of consciousness. Like, it's a revolution within yourself.
I'm going to try relate it to me. Like, being an introvert, not talking, having that friend, if you remember in like earlier episodes, that they do all the talking for me. I guess it's a revolution of myself for being like breaking those, having an opening to be like, no, I can be more than this.
Yes, it's seeing the truth and the lies and weeding them out. That's that sort of revolution. It's not the revolution itself, but it's the spark of the revolution.
What causes it? Yeah. That I like that.
Yeah, because it's revealing ruin. Like, it shows you the truth. It shows you the lies, because you've taken that time to stop, to breathe. And that leads to the discovery, the expansion, the revolution of yourself. Because it unbinds you. Yeah,
it's the opening room for sure.
Yeah, it helps get rid of those beliefs, which is also where that clearing comes into.
All I can think of now is, I think I read it somewhere, someone would gold Ansuz to unblock their toilet.
Okay.
So that's a mundane move.
I haven't heard of that one, but
I read it somewhere and it really, like, I haven't personally tried, but it's something that made me laugh. Like, you can use the runes for anything. Like, runes are seriously, the only limit with them is your own limits. Your own, like, limits you put on your knowledge.
Yeah, it's about your own perception.
Yeah.
Which we can also, like, link back to Ansuz, because it's about, like, what truth can you bring into yourself from other people's knowledge, and how does that relate? Like, expanding your own truth by expanding your perception by listening.
Yeah, I think of authenticity again.
Yeah.
Getting closer to your inner truth.
Yes, exactly.
Because you might get a piece of information, but it's all about finding out whether it's true or not for you.
Yeah. It's the unconscious awareness. It's because everything's there already. You know who you are. It's just unconscious. Yeah. So it's just bringing that to the front.
Consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also the expansion.
Yeah.
I also have a battle cry written down.
I got language, so I guess that sort of goes.
Yeah. Like, going off language, it's being aware of what sort of language you're using and what you're putting out there.
Well, language is such a powerful tool. You can either make someone feel really horrible or really amazing. Yeah. Your voice is, I guess, in relating it to Walker, your voice is a weapon.
It is. I also have oaths written down as well, building off of that, because it's about what is your intention. You have to be very careful about what you say, because it's that manifestation as well.
And the Old Norse did take their oaths very seriously, so...
Yes, are you being truthful or are you lying? Got to be very careful about what you put out, because breath, it is the life giver. So when you're speaking, you are giving life to words, to ideas, to thoughts, which is why oaths are so...
They're powerful.
Because you've given life to something.
Going back to language, language is power.
It is.
If you can understand different people, you're opening yourself up and expanding your awareness of so many more different things.
Yes.
Like, when I learned Japanese, I did go to Japan, and that opened me up to so many different ways of thinking that I wouldn't have thought about previously.
Yeah.
So I guess, in a sense, it's almost culture as well. Language is culture, because there's certain things that just aren't translatable cross languages.
Yeah, no, it's not, because some words can have such deep meanings, and you can't understand that from a simple translation.
Absolutely. It's a feeling.
It
as
is.
Well.
It links back to communication. How is the relationship about communication? It's how we communicate with others, and it's what we get from that communication as well.
Yeah, choosing who you communicate with wisely.
Yes, that is important. Which might also be where the foresight comes in a little bit as well.
Probably. Trusting that intuition, that gut knowing, that inner voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also see Ansuz as a bit of a storm sometimes as well, and it's how are you getting through that storm? Do you know what way to go? Do you not know what way to go? Have you stopped and are you actually listening to the storm? Are you listening to where certain stuff are coming from to navigate your way through it? So it's also a bit of a strategic rune in that sense as well.
Yeah, I can get that point of it.
I have shamanic work.
I guess that goes into the manifesting sort of side that we're talking about, and intuition.
For me, it's about the divine link to the gods and to the ancestors, because with Feihu, for example, you are reaching up.
Yeah.
But with Ansuz, you are reaching down into the ground.
Yeah.
And that's where the shamanic work comes in for me, because it's stopping, it's listening to the stuff around you. It's that deep meditation where you are communing.
And in accounts of vulva work for the North, there usually is an element of music and such.
Yes.
So I'd also relate Ansuz to music because it's...
Yeah.
So I guess, that would relate it very well to shamanic you.
Yeah. Well, that's where also the Golda comes into, because you're speaking, you're chanting, you're singing. It's that going deep. It's that real primal energy where you are immersing yourself in it. It's all around you, and it's in you, and you are it as well.
I love that. I got goosebumps. If you are it, but it's all around you.
Yes.
But that's, again, going to that interconnect, like, we are nature, but this is also nature. Like, it's seeing yourself in the big picture almost.
Yeah, because you come from the source, but you make the source, and you are the source. Because it's that listening, it's that hearing, and it's that understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yummy stuff.
It is. I think that's all my keywords. They're really small, so they're hard to read, to be honest.
I think that's us. So that was Ansuz.
Yeah.
All right, weirdlings. Catch you next time for Righto.